Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle and I make reactions to movies and TV shows. Okay, we're heading back into another reaction to X-Files. Last episode was awesome. This show is really just like a roller coaster, isn't it? Because, okay, so we had Miracle Man, which I thought was really, really good. And then we had Shapes, which was really, really good. And then we had Darkness Falls, which was, it slumped down a bit. And then we had Tombs, which goes back up. So are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? What's going to happen? Who the heck knows? I think that one thing that's like really cool about these episodes is because I know I've harped on it many times, but because there is no like overarching theme, you go into every single one of them blind. So I really have, when you see me sit down, I know you know what I'm about to watch. I have no idea what I'm about to watch. It's very interesting. What I do know is that I want me some Sculler. I can never pronounce these people's names right. I always combine them. I think psychologically, I'm... Okay, I always want some Mulder and I want some Scully. Stuff happening. I just want it to happen. That's my thing when I go into these episodes. As long as they're like grooving, as long as they're playing off each other really well, the episode will do well. The episode will be good. So, you want to full version will be in the description. You want to tip on Patreon, you can do that. And as always, I put my conspiracy hat on you, and then I put one on myself, and we're ready. Is this contemporary time? Is it 90s? Is this the 90s? Or have we gone back in time? I don't know, I'm not getting like a 90s vibe.
All right, I'm out of here.
It's Janice. Is the child going to eat her?
You lost?
Hi. This is Detective Barbala. He's gonna help you find your parents.
Hiya, sweetheart.
Why are you being so creepy, Michelle?
Okay? Don't be scared now.
Well, you said your first name was Michelle. Now what's your last name?
Bishop.
Well, she did eat him. Ooh, he didn't survive that. Well, he might have survived it, but it's not gonna be... I don't think I stay in the room with the child after that. I don't think I do. No. Get ready to vibe out. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so this time the truth is in our Buffalo precincts.
How'd you hear about us?
My brother.
Oh, someone reached out to them. That's a new one.
Out of the ordinary. Look,
You're getting a reputation. Pretty soon, Scully will be spooky.
You said there was one witness, a little girl. What did she say happened?
she said there was another man in the room.
So you didn't get a description of who the kid saw?
I'm telling you, there was no one else.
Was he depressed or under psychiatric care of any kind?
No.
Is the kid still in the room?
Where's the kid now?
He was released about an hour ago. I don't know what to believe anymore. 8 years I've been on this force. I've seen a lot of strange things. But I'm telling you, this kid...
Did he have long hair or short hair?
Sure.
Is
Like this?
she creating Mario? Oh, look at this. Mulder is good with kids. Interesting.
Weird. I didn't even hit a key.
Do you have like a killer guardian angel girl?
I called the police immediately.
And Mrs. Doherty is?
Michelle's nanny. Her latest, that is.
Why?
What seems to be the problem?
Michelle is the problem. Michelle is a disturbed child.
Oh, geez. Yeah, when a parent says something like that, like, whoo.
Sometimes she frightens me. She hardly ever smiles. It breaks my heart, but I can't comfort her.
What if it's not like anything mysterious? What if it's just a genuine child psychopath?
It's called origami.
Japanese paper folding. Where'd she learn
Yeah.
how to do that?
Maybe it's like a situation of past lives. Like, she's getting information, like she was a serial killer in a previous life. Someone who was recently executed.
Oh, and check for burns or lesions on Barbala's body. Psychokinesis is usually associated with an electrical charge.
Oh, we've been down this road?
Michelle possesses the ability to psychically project her own will?
Occasionally, I would leave Michelle alone for part of our sessions.
Okay. Whoa.
And each time, she dismembers and disfigures it in exactly the same way.
Have you tried deep regression hypnosis?
I found hypnosis an unreliable approach at best.
Congratulations to this therapist. They've learned their lesson.
Have you observed any unexplained phenomena in Michelle's presence? Inordinate physical strength, psychic ability, telekinesis?
You're joking, of course.
No, he's not.
I have a patient waiting, Agent Mulder.
She wouldn't even entertain it.
So what do you think?
Looks like a match. Where is he now? Has he been transferred?
You could say that.
Is he
Hey,
dead?
Scully, this guy's been dead for 9 years.
What made you think of this guy?
That little girl saw a ghost.
How old is she? Is she 9 years old? I don't know. The origami thing, that's what I'm leading off of. She knew something she shouldn't have known, which makes me think past life.
Now, Mulder, if you're going to tell me that you think Michelle Bishop saw a poltergeist,
Hey, you're the one that found the lesion on Barbala's body. Why is it still so hard for you to believe, even when all the evidence suggests extraordinary phenomena?
this is the face that Michelle Bishop saw. She walked right by here and she saw the face of Charlie Morris.
He has
Just
black
describe
eye.
how he was murdered.
Yes, I told you, it was a signature hit.
Gunshot to the head? Through the eye socket?
His arm was severed just below the shoulder, presumably by a chainsaw, and his
Oh!
right eye was gouged out.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Hell of a coincidence, wouldn't you say? Now, before we discount anything, I think we should find out more about Charlie Moore.
I do like that, now since we've had shadows and so many things like this, like Scully is just like caught up. She doesn't really need to be convinced or anything too hard. She's like, yeah, okay. We've seen this.
You mind if we do this out here? I don't want to wake my wife.
Yeah, this won't take long.
What can you tell us about the circumstances surrounding his death?
What's all this about?
We believe that the death of Detective Rudy Barbala yesterday can be linked to the death of Officer Morris 9 years ago.
Who is it, Tony?
Oh, it's nothing to worry about, honey. Just some people from the FBI asking about a case I'm working. And get me at the squad first thing Monday morning, okay?
Sure.
Good luck.
I don't trust him. We don't have conclusive evidence, but I'm going to say it now. I won't be surprised if he's the one that killed him.
You notice her hands?
What?
It said she was sleeping, but her hands were dusted with baking flour.
He acted super suspicious.
Don't jerk yourself around, Tony. You're acting like a little bug.
They were FBI. They're gonna turn something up.
Relax.
Then how are they connecting Charlie to Barbala?
And what do they know? Huh? Nothing.
Yet. They're going to get you. Mulder has the scent. He's like a bloodhound for this stuff.
It was an accident. End of story. You better pull yourself together, Tony.
So, is Charlie looking for revenge? But then why kill an innocent police officer? I don't know. I'm thinking this Charlie dude was mixed up in some stuff. He's not great either. So, like, stuff is coming to light, but not in a moral fashion. And now I am a little bit torn on whether it's past life. Maybe it is just a ghost. Oh, this would not be a pleasant way to go.
Hey, open the door! Hey!
Undo your scarf. Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to die. I mean, clearly, you could still undo your scarf, or at least step on the little thingy. Oh, God. Being dragged to death? I hope you choke first. Oh, but you know, this poor bus driver, he's going to get blamed for this. Hey girl, hey. Okay, I'm thinking past life again. I'm not thinking ghost. I'm thinking past life again. Poor bus driver.
What's going on?
We don't know. All we know is that your daughter has witnessed 2 deaths.
Mrs. Bishop, no one is accusing Michelle of anything.
Well, it's one heck of a coincidence.
Why is this happening to us? Why?
You know, I feel sympathy for the mom. I do. I also kind of think Michelle should be in custody. Like, at some point, you have to stop using the whole, like, kid label as a shield. She's now been around 2 suspected murders.
4 cops.
3 of whom are now dead.
Their only connection being a drug bust in Chinatown almost 9 years ago.
Ooh, I'm liking the glasses, Scully.
There's a page gone from Morris's homicide file.
That log sheet?
Tony Fiore checked out this afternoon.
I don't think they're going to be so nice this time.
Mrs. Fiore, we're sorry for the early hour, but is your husband home?
I don't think she knows.
Look familiar?
Is he in any trouble?
Mrs. Fiore, did your husband ever mention a detective by the name of Rudy Barbala?
Mrs. Fiore, I couldn't help noticing your origami collection.
No, that was Charlie's hobby.
Charlie?
My first husband.
Oh. Oh.
Not Charlie Morris, Tony's ex-partner. Do me a favor, Mulder, let me say it. Reincarnation.
Metempsychosis, transmigration.
Oh, based on the coincidence that Michelle Bishop and Officer Morris both practice the obscure art of paper folding?
What about...
I mean, I love it that they're just vibing now. Like, Scully's like, well, I know what he's thinking. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I totally know what he's thinking.
That still doesn't explain how an 8-year-old girl can kill 2 grown men.
One short step away from proving the pre-existence of the human soul.
Oh dear, here we have the regression hypnosis.
Tell me where you are.
At home.
And how old are you now?
24.
It's all right. You can trust me.
No, I can't. I can't. They're killing me. They're killing me.
That's enough.
No.
Hopefully once they solve the murder, this will lessen? Is that where we're hopefully going? They're not going to kill the child, right? I mean, I find children creepy, but I don't think they're going to actually off one.
Left.
We almost had it, Scully. We were right there.
I know.
We'll have to try it again.
And to what end? I mean, what exactly do you hope to discover by all this?
Scully, you saw what happened in there.
What I...
Can I just say, like, this is a perfect mirror of Shadows, is it not? Like, except for the whole past life thing. It is very much like Shadows, which, you know, has me kind of thinking, because Darkness Falls was a lot like Ice, and now we have this one, which seems to be very reminiscent of Shadow. I mean, they had 1 season. They couldn't possibly have run out of ideas in 22 episodes, right? So it is interesting. I mean, they added a little twist with the past life thing. And so far, I'm liking the episode. I'm just saying, I did notice it. Like, even this moment, this is almost a direct parallel to Shadow when they had, I don't remember what her name was, but the young office worker when they were interviewing her to convince her to talk about what she knew. And I said at the time, like, Mulder would be more interested in the supernatural phenomena aspect of the case, whereas Scully would be more interested in solving the crime and actually doing, like, detective work and FBI work. This is that situation. So, Mulder, you haven't grown a whole bunch. I can live with it. I've grown on you. Scully, pull him back, girl. Pull him back.
Saw was some traumatized little girl.
All evidence suggests that Michelle Bishop is Charlie Morris.
Mulder.
Short of her growing a mustache, how much more apparent does it have to become?
Let's just say that by some small miracle, you managed to convince Michelle's mother. No grand jury is going to listen to that kind of testimony.
They complement each other so well. Like, you know, Mulder, he's good at finding the truth in things, but Scully is the pragmatist, and I love it. I love the pragmatic thinking.
However, in this particular case, all other explanations seem to be even more wanting.
Have we gotten a voiceover of Mulder yet? Is this the first time we've done this?
And how old are you?
Did he show up on the tape for just like a split second? Is he going to be there?
24.
Pause. This girl's not going to go after her, is she?
Tony?
Unless she had something to do with it. Maybe she suspected, like, what Tony was up to and didn't... Or maybe Charlie is just reminiscing on his ex-wife, widow wife, past wife for a past life.
Whatever this image is, it was recorded in that room with the girl. I don't know how much of this noise I can clean up. It depends on the strength of the latent image.
Well, apparently, Charlie Morris did not die as a result of his wounds.
So you're saying he was drowned first and then mutilated to make it look like a signature execution?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Like, put in a sink?
That he was killed in
or a
either
toilet?
a bathtub or a toilet. The marked bradycardia. It indicates a raised plasma sodium level. He was killed in seawater.
So someone drug him out to the ocean and forced him to put his face in the water? Oh, that tank! The fish tank!
Anita!
I know something's going on.
I need you to listen to me right now. I need you to go upstairs and pack a bag.
You're about to die. I won't be surprised if you find your face in that fish tank. Oh, it's the little
Almost there.
scuba diver dude from the fish tank.
What the hell?
Does Mulder recognize it?
Mulder, what is it?
You said salt water, right? So Charlie Morris was drowned in his own tropical fish tank, and that's the last thing he saw before he died.
There she is. They are not about to kill a child. So where does this go? If she talks in an adult male voice, it'd be so creepy.
They said they were just gonna talk to you. Talk some sense into you. What was I supposed to do, huh?
Ooh, oh dear. Mulder? Mulder? Scully? Someone? She about to fillet him and barbecue him. Poker style.
Michelle! This won't make right what happened.
Tony!
Where's Michelle? She's still there? Maybe if he gives himself up, she'll, like, chill.
I knew what they did to Charlie.
Oh dear. What is happening? Is Charlie about to move on? Okay, so I don't think Charlie cares about a confession.
Please don't hurt him anymore.
She might be able to get through to him. girl is in for a lifetime of therapy. Someone's going to retire off of her.
Closing entry, file number X40271. Detective Anthony Fiore pleaded guilty yesterday in federal court to charges of first-degree murder after the fact. She claims no memory of the preceding events, and both her mother and Dr. Braun have denied my request for a second past life regression.
As they should.
Agents of record, Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. Status, unexplained.
That's a lot of their files. Okay, and that was my reaction to Season 1, Episode 22 of X-Files. And I'm going to say that it was okay. It was an episode. I can see this being an episode that I would throw on the TV to just kind of reminisce about the X-Files. If I were doing a watch through of Season 1, I wouldn't skip it, but I don't think I would consider it a high moment either, especially because I do think that it was very reminiscent of Shadow, and I think that Shadow kind of did a better job, although that might just be because Shadow, I think, was episode 6, right? So I feel like I was more being introduced to the X-Files at that point in time. Whereas this episode it did kind of in some elements feel like a replay. Even with Scully, because telekinesis has come up, I think, several times now, but especially with Shadow, I think Scully was very prepared for what Mulder was about to say. But I really liked, it was like a 5-second character development, but I really liked that Scully was just like, Mulder, let me stop you. You're going to say past life. I already know. I'm in your head. So that's an interesting development. I don't think we've had Scully do that. Usually she asks why or what. I think this is the first time where she has actually preempted him and said, okay, I know where you're going with this. So, as I said at the beginning, if we get a good Mulder and Scully interaction, I'm all good for it. They did kind of fight a little bit. I am noticing that a lot of episodes do have them clash at some point, but I like that they're able to resolve it and move past it. And, they usually move past it in a very mature, respectful manner. Mulder will concede some of his point. There is compromise. It's not just Mulder being oh, you're wrong, I'm right, so ha ha ha, and I'm just going to ignore you. Mulder usually does actually back down a little bit, and I think that's a balance that I really like between the two, that Scully can get him to kind of cool his heels, come back to the FBI investigative part of the episode and not just focus on that. But at the same time, Mulder pulls her towards the open mind and, what else is out there part of the episode. And I did say it, I think I said it in multiple episodes, that eventually Scully was going to have to start being more open to this stuff. And I think that was what we started to see in this episode. I think we saw it a little bit in Tombs as well, because they had already dealt with the case. Scully was like, okay, listen, I know what territory this is headed into. We didn't get any kind of no, he can't possibly be this old. Scully has now she's accepted that they are dealing with really strange phenomena. She's not pushing back so hard anymore. But, and I think this is important, she used the word, it's this is not an actionable case for us to get a conviction on. We have to do more than just suspect. So I think she's really telling Mulder, listen, Mulder, I believe you, but I've also spent the past 20 cases, maybe more if they're doing cases in between episodes. I've also spent the past 20 cases going through the shit with you, whereas, a grand jury is going to look at this and they're just going to think, they're going to react like the psychologist lady reacted, right? They're going to be like, is he kidding? And look at Tombs. Mulder had an amazing reason for keeping Tombs in that institution, although I think had he actually kept Tombs in that institution, he would have escaped. But because he came off so brazen and headstrong about Tombs being this immortal from the early 1900s, the review board just looked at him like, dude, what are you smoking? And will you give me some? So I like it. A+ episode. Well, B+ episode. B+ episode. All right. Like if you would like to like. Full version is in the description. You can tip me on Patreon, and I will talk to you later. Oh, wait, no. Take off your conspiracy hat, and I take off mine. I'll talk to you later. Peace.